The first thing I can say about GMOs is that the science is absolutely amazing. It is so cool that we can like take crops and, you know, implement new genes. Like that's really cool science, and it's really productive science. And so like that I think is like, you're not gonna grow a third limb if you're eating GMOs. Like that's not the controversy. A lot of people think it is, like whether or not they're safe. They think that's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
It's really not. The issue is kind of the types of agriculture and the types of crops that GMOs promote. The primary crops that are genetically modified are corn and soy. They're definitely working on rice varietals, tomatoes, pineapples in Hawaii, but the primary ones, especially in the United States, are corn and soy.
Why corn and soy? Like why did they go for that first?
Yeah, because those are the two main commodity crops in the US. Easy to sell, easy to export. Corn in particular, 40% goes to animal feed, 40% goes to ethanol to feed our cars. Only about 20% actually goes for human consumption. And this is not like sweet corn in the summer, corn that gets stuck in your teeth. Like this is the corn that gets processed into corn syrup, into preservatives.
Yeah.
And so it's feeding into a very industrialized food system.
So if you're going to genetically modify something for your benefit, it makes sense to start with the biggest, most profitable thing.
Exactly. So it's definitely driven by profit. It's definitely driven by efficiency, GMO technology going towards a specific number of crops. It also promotes monocropping and a specific kind of agriculture that is not the most environmentally sustainable. So monocropping is basically where entire farms are dedicated to one or two crops, rather than what people kind of think of as farms where they have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Monocropping severely depletes the soil because certain crops need certain nutrients from the soil, and so if only one crop is growing on the ground, it's only depleting certain nutrients and not putting different nutrients back into the soil. Also, monocropping makes crops a lot more susceptible to environmental changes. An example is bananas, which aren't a GMO crop right now, but almost all cultivation of bananas is the Cavendish, is the variety of bananas that people eat. Yes.
I've heard that before. There's actually like tons of kinds of bananas.
Yeah, no,
the one that we know in our supermarkets is just one.
It's just one. And what's interesting is that there used to be a different kind of just one type of banana, which was the Big Mike, it was called. And I believe it was the 1950s, a bug came through, killed all the Big Mike plants, and so we didn't have that variety of banana anymore, and we needed to find something different, so now we have the Cavendish, and the Cavendish is everywhere and cultivated everywhere, and it's easy to export, it's all more or less the same size, so you have these huge fields, and now there's actually another endemic that is currently killing off Cavendish bananas.
Oh, it's happening now.
It's happening.
It's not like, it might happen.
Yeah, no, it's happening right now, and it's primarily happening in like Southeast Asia. It fortunately hasn't come over to Latin America. So, you know, Ecuador, places in Central America that grow a lot of, particularly the US bananas, aren't affected yet. But if that disease crosses into the Americas, they're all dying again.
We're gonna lose bananas.
Yes, we're gonna lose bananas.
But other people are losing bananas.
Yes.
It just hasn't affected
Yes,
us
just
yet.
hasn't affected us yet.
Okay.
And so, like now they're trying to GMO, or to find a GMO banana that can combat this crop. Where another solution would just be diversify the kinds of bananas that we're growing, so one bug doesn't kill the entire world's supply of bananas.